A key fact you need to remember is that it takes time to heal. Healing is not a quick thing. And this is what everyone wants. Everyone wants their mental health conditions alleviated within seconds. And the reality is, and the truth is, it's not going to happen. Everything takes time. All of these people you see who had severe anxiety and they went through a time process of healing. Even giving myself as an example, the levels of anxiety I used to have were astronomical. Even doing a video like this, recording myself to put out, I would never have done this back in the day. I've always thought about doing videos and doing stuff like that, but my anxiety, the thoughts, the everything behind it would hold me back or keep me from doing it. And now look, you're watching me and I'm talking to you, directly to you. I wouldn't have done videos like this before. I couldn't have physically done videos like this before. But now my anxiety is at a point where I can do stuff like this. And why? Because I waited. I didn't just sit there and wait and think, okay, in like a year's time, my anxiety will be better. I worked towards it. I'm still not at 100%. My anxiety is nowhere near cured. I still get anxious. I still get anxiety attacks. This still happens, but it is far less prominent and occurring than it used to be. And how did it happen? It happened through time. It took me a long while to get here. And you need to go through a process of not only self-reflection of looking at yourself, but a process of reflection of everything around you. You need to look at your environmental factors, your friends, your family. There was a load of things I was doing wrong with my anxiety and telling myself stuff and listening to certain people. And in reality, you need to listen to yourself with a new mindset, because if you listen to yourself now, you're going to put yourself down. You're going to think bad things about yourself. You're going to do all this negative stuff that I used to do and still do to an extent. Not as much as I used to do, but it's a process. It's healing. For example, in a year's time, my videos, I'll hopefully be saying to you, I don't have this no more. I don't do this no more. Used to do this. I don't do it no more. And the reason why is because time. I've been on this self-healing journey officially for almost a year now. Since last April, I thought, you know what? I need to sort my mind out, my body out, my life out, my health out, everything. I just need to have a complete 360 overhaul, get everything changed. And I've managed to do it so far. I've lost weight. I've changed aspects in my life. My social group is different. I react differently to people's comments. I don't let people get me down. And that's just a few of the things that I do now that I didn't used to do. But that didn't come easily. Flashback to a year ago, I was so anxiety ridden that in a restaurant, I couldn't even ask for stuff. I couldn't say, oh, you forgot this. I couldn't correct them. I could say basic stuff like, oh, can I get like a burger, for example? But if they came and they brought the burger and I can't eat tomatoes, not that I'm allergic to them, tomatoes just makes me throw up. I can't eat a tomato. So when they put tomatoes in my burger, if I said no tomatoes and they bring it over, I wouldn't say to them, oh, I asked you for no tomatoes or that. I just take the tomato out and just get on with life. Whereas in reality, I can't eat tomatoes. So the tomato being on the burger itself, me eating it would make me feel sick because I can't stand the taste of it. So in hindsight, I was having meals that I wasn't enjoying because I was too scared to just say to them, like, can I get a different one, please? One that you haven't put like 5 tomatoes, like one underneath, one on top and one in the middle, that has saturated the burger, the bun, everything. Now I can do stuff like that, but it's all about evolving and healing. But as I keep saying, it's time. So many people message me and DM me and say, oh, how did you get, I've watched your videos from when you started, or I've watched these videos, and how did you get to this point? How did you do it? And my honest tip and self-help is time. You will never, if you see yourself as fat for, like I did, for years, you will never just see yourself as okay in a day. It will take time for you to rejig your brain, because just think of how many times you said that you're not worthy, you're not this, you're not that, you're not that. It's always negative, 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 negative. So one positive isn't just gonna flip your mind and you think, yeah, I'm back to normal. Instead of having negatives, you need to introduce positives, positives until slowly you get to this point. You've built up. All them positives get you to this point where this is where you used to be. This was your old ideals, your old mentality, your old everything. This is where you are now. And that is because of healing, time, and waiting. I'm not saying if you just sit there smiling for a year, all of a sudden your anxiety go away. You need to do things to better yourself and things to basically eradicate your anxiety and learn to cope with it. Like low coping mechanisms are the better, like what I always say, coping mechanisms. You need to learn how to, it's like anxiety will always be there. It's like not having a leg, having a missing leg. The leg will never come back. So what's a coping mechanism? It's how you cope with it, how you walk next, how you get on without that leg. And it's the same, anxiety is like disability. It cripples you. It stops you from doing stuff. But how you deal with it and how you accept it, well, that's the main thing, is one of the main things. I keep saying main thing. One of the main things is acceptance. Once you've accepted that you have anxiety, there's no change there. That's when you can finally start to think, okay, moving forward. Because what people want to do is, I don't want to be anxious. I don't want to have anxiety. I want to be cured. You'll never technically be cured. You'll always have it, but how you control it. What you want to get to is the point where your anxiety is there for a second, where you think, I'm so anxious about this. done. Let's go do it. That's where you want to get to. Not, I'm so anxious about this. Time to leave. Or you don't show up. That's where you don't want to get to. That used to be me. I used to not show up. I used to not do this, not do that. And now I'm starting to get places in life. Now I'm starting to further ahead in life. And that was all because I took the time to heal. I'm still not healed. It's like a broken bone or a wound. They might tell you it takes 6 to 8 months to heal. Now, depending on who you are and your genetics, you may heal in 4 to 6 months. Or you may heal in 8 to 10 months. And it's the exact same with your mental health conditions or your anxiety. You will not heal the same as quick as people. There's people who have healed quicker than me. There's people who have healed slower than me. When you get a year into your journey, you will always be at a different place to everyone else. But you are a year into your journey. So it is your healing that is going on. So just remember that it's your journey, your healing, and you'll get to it when you get to it. But just stick at it and you will get to it.